Okay, now that we've had our little blooper for the day, I was going to go and delete that, but then I was like, oh, that's too funny. Hopefully you guys found it funny. Okay, getting to work here. I've got lots of stuff. Darn it, I forgot to tape my thing. Lots of stuff going on this page. So, let's get started. Okay, first, this center section, I've got all my pieces and parts. A few of them are not actually cut yet, but I'm going to go ahead and I have inked this and I'm going to put it down, but I was trying to think if I wanted to put this on something. And I think I do. I think I want to pop it up on something. See, and I think I have everything done so that I can just go to town with you guys. And I don't. And I'm sorry. But, see, now that's the exact same size as the brown. Well, I'm going to edge it. It'll be fine. So I'm going to go ahead and flip this around, because I've got all these eyelets. I found the color that I wanted in these stars, and I thought, oh, how cute. Those are very cute. But then I couldn't find them. I needed two smaller ones. So you're not going to really see them a whole lot. So hopefully that's going to be okay. Now, I put brads on the four corners, and I either had to snip them or get them where they wouldn't hang off the edge, and then I put a little bit of score tape. So I'm going to go ahead and take the backing off my score tape. And that just helps keep those little buggers from inching their way out of the paperwork where it's going to be visible. You don't want little metal prongs hanging out. Okay. So, I guess it would help if I put some glue on there, wouldn't it? I think so, yes. Oh my gosh. Well, it has been weird weather around here lately. But we get cool at night and we're fairly warm during the day. We've been hitting the lower 80s. So my husband is very happy about that. And, but it is definitely a different heat than Florida, because I don't feel it near as much. Not near as much. All right, so there's that. Let me take these off so I actually have... Oops. I was testing everything out there so I can actually burnish this down. Make sure you're getting the paper that's all around the eyelets, because the eyelets will keep that paper from getting down. Oh, for heaven's sakes. My glue rag has gotten just too gluey. All right, so there's that. And then this one. I'm being a lot more gentle on these because I don't want to crush my 1/8 of an inch gusset right there. But I do want to make sure that I'm getting that score tape grab as well as the glue. Because that score tape, you don't want air bubbles to get in there and stuff. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I'm going to attack this a little bit more. Can't do too much from that side. Okay. All right. Okay, so now my next step is... okay, I've got these little... I don't know, they're like upholstery tacks, okay? And there's 5 little prongs on the back. And I want to have them at the bottom of this, holding the ribbon. Because I am going to use this dark blue ribbon. Oops. Yeah. I'm upside down and backwards. I'm going to use this ribbon to come up to kind of give me my border on my brown, because my brown is too small. So I thought the ribbon would be a nice touch, and it's also going to work as our closure. Hence the reason you've got all these eyelets. Because we're going to thread it through. Okay. If I can remember how I was going to do everything. Okay, I'm going to bring this out of here for a minute, because I'm going to get these puppies on. Okay. Now, you need some kind of cushion. This is a piece from the, I don't know. It's a stamping cushion. And if you don't have that, I don't know, you could use some batting or something. So I'm going to take my ribbon and I'm going to hang it. Let's see. I guess I can't really do it without the book, can I? Let me take all these things off. Okay. Let me figure out here. I need about 1/8 of an inch hanging off both sides. So there we go. About 1/8 of an inch. And I'm going to take one of these puppies. Well, first, let's go ahead and put score tape all the way up, which is going to help keep my ribbon in place. The least amount of glue you use on ribbon, I think the more happier you're going to be with your results. So the score tape, I think personally, is the way to go. Okay. Burnish this down. Don't skimp on this, on that process. Always burnish your score tape down. Okay, so I am going to leave about 1/8 of an inch, and I've already burned the end so that it's not going to unravel anymore. And then I'm going to flip this around and make sure that I'm even all the way up. You see how I did that? Just get it started where you want it and then flip her over. Burnish that down. Now we're going to take our there we go, and just push it right through. What do you call these things? Tacks. And then I'm just kind of working that down further. I guess I can take it off of this, actually will help with this process. Just working it down a little further into the little bits and pieces, down onto those prongs. They are sharp, and then you're just going to fold it over. I'm just kind of doing one at a time with my bone folder. And be careful that you don't really push on the paper too much, because then that can make it, you know, distort, and you don't want to do that. Okay, so there's that one. Up top here, I actually am going to peel this back just a smidge. Come on, get off of there. So I don't want to put it all the way up, because I want to put at the top here the smaller eyelet. Now, where did I put the eyelets? Where did I put them? Put this on top. Okay. So I need the small eyelets here. Is that right? Small eyelets there. What do I want? The large eyelets. Large eyelets there, small eyelets here. Yes, that's what we want. Okay, so let's get this puppy out. I want to show you how versatile my thing is. I just keep changing the tools I put in there, and I mean, wow. I just have to get used to I gotta see what I'm doing here. Boop, 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 boop. I'm sorry. Blah, 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 blah. I have to get used to the, to sticking everything back in there. But I am getting better and better, and I love it. Alright, so I'm going to put this at the top. Uh-oh, what happened here? Oh, it had some glue on it and it's stuck up in there. There we go. All right. And, oh no, I needed 3/16. Silly me, because I decided otherwise. All right. Okay. There we go. There's that. And we're going to put a large one right here. Get that little bit of glue off there. Okay. Oh, wrong one. That didn't work. Let's try this one. Oh, I don't have it all the way up. There we go. I was wondering why it wasn't working, and I think I do need to have it back on the one I had it on. I'm like, why is this not working? All right. There we go. Got a first little star in. And then we're going to feed this through the star. Make sure you keep it with the shiny side up so that it looks the prettiest it can going in there. There we go. All right. Now I want to, let's see. I think right here. So that is basically 2 inches in and then 2 inches in. I'm gonna make a little bigger hole so I can make sure that I can see what I'm doing here. All right, now I'm going to the 1/8 of an inch mark. And I'm going to put my holes in. All right, now we're going to run this through here. Well, no, first, sorry. Let's put our little brads in. And let me change my yeah, right there. Okay. Oh, there we go. It works better when you actually tell it what you're trying to do. And this one has to get changed to the smaller nib. Okay, now we're going to put this through. We're going to get that to lay down as flat as possible. And I probably would glue that down so that it's not going to stay a problem. I swear my hair is so long I cannot see what I'm doing. I have to continuously get my bangs out of my eyes. I've cut them once and I need a haircut. I'm not complaining, mind you. Really, I'm not, but I need a haircut. I need a haircut. Oh, and I must confess, holy Hannah, I must confess. Let's see. How much more? I think I'm just going to leave that, and I'm going to get another piece. Because when I cut that, I had originally had something else in mind. So let's see. I don't want to use it all here. If I go from here to here to here and out, yeah, that's more than enough. I'm going to here to here to here and out. I can do a nice bow with that. Okay, so we're going to cut this right about here. There we go. Okay, and I'm going to get myself a nice cut. There we go. Keep that housekeeping going, ladies. Keep that housekeeping going. Okay, let's take the score tape off this side. And this I am going to pull back in my piece here. Okay, you can see it. And we are going to put this right where we're going to want it. And I'm leaving a space everywhere. And then I'm going to get this piece that I just heated. This is it, I believe. No. That. And then I drop it on the floor. On the floor. On the floor. Let's drop it on the floor. All right, so now I am going to put this one on here so that it gives me exactly what I'm looking for. All right, so there's that. I'm going to go ahead and get this other side done, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so I've got them done on both sides here, so they look exactly the same. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue this down. Okay, don't get your little ribbons in the glue. Leave a little bit of border on all sides. Make sure we're even. Looks good. All right, now just spend a moment getting everything glued down, because there's a lot of hardware in there, and I hope that glue I got on that ribbon is not going to stain that permanently, which it will. Bummer. I don't know why I did that. I knew better, and I had just finished telling you that the least amount of glue you use on your, maybe it will not. I hope not, because I won't be happy with it if it does. Okay, so now we're going to bring this over, and I want to be able to thread this up through here so that we can do our bow, and that's our closure. And it looks like I have an air bubble. My glue keeps popping out my top, but it's not bad right now. If you guys ever get an air bubble in here, just unscrew it a little bit, squeeze the bottle a little bit, screw it back, and then let the bottle go, and it will suck the glue back out of the tip, because you get an air bubble in there somehow. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to figure out where I'm going to put my stars. And I want them to be about in the same spot. And I believe that looks pretty good. So I just, just took a sneak peek underneath. I want to see, yeah. I don't know if you can see my holes. One right there and one right there. And that will be able to bring those up. So, back with Big Daddy here. Little housekeeping. Okay, so let's flip this over this way. And I need a 3/16 inch hole. Let me move my little guide. Alrighty, and we have right in the middle, bam. And right in the middle, bam. Okay, and I've got the, there we go. Let's get these little stars in here. Oops. Get in there. All right, one side. And the other. Voila! Très magnifique! Okay. My parents both knew how to speak different languages. My dad could speak Vietnamese from the war, and he knew some German. My mom knew some German. They both knew some French, although my mother was better at it than my father. And I mean, très bien, très magnifique. Those were always used around my house. Oui, oui, merci. It would actually be merci buttercups instead of merci beaucoup. Yeah, so we had a lot of fun. I had a great childhood. I just did. I've led a very sheltered life, and I love it. Alrighty. I've made airline tickets for September, so I hope everybody's got this all figured out by then. And I've got online, and what was it? orange.quilts.com, but it's orange dot quilts.com. And well, how stinking cute is this? She made a mask online, and it's the easiest explanation to follow. And I don't really do a whole lot of sewing. My mother taught me how to sew dresses, and one year my husband got invited right after we were married, just a year or less, and he got invited to a black tie affair. Well, when you're first married, you don't usually have a whole lot of money, so we had to rent him a tux, and that left no money for me to go and get a new evening gown. So my mom said, sew it, you know how. And I did, and I don't like that bow, but we'll work on that. Okay, guys, so that is your closure. And of course, I will cut these down. This is the top to this section right here. And I've already inked it and cut my little side doodads out of it. So I'm just going to put that down. Not very interesting, just watching somebody glue paper down. Except for the tantalizing and sparkling communications that are coming from the me. Okay, and that gives me just a little line between the brown and the eggs. Pretty busy page, but I like it. Now, I actually think I was going to try and put just a little border around that, but I think I might just from top. I think I might do that. Just the sides. And see, do I want them the same size, or do I want them a little small? No, I think I want them the same size. All right. So, where's my scissors? Right where they're supposed to be. Yay! Okay, let's put this down. I just wanted to kind of I wanted to, what's the word? Holy Hannah. Kind of, it just looks like it's floating in air, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I wanted to make it look like it belonged a little bit more, and I think these side lines here definitely help. definitely help. All right, and then let's do this one. Same length. Okay, and put this in to my little strips, scrap strips. I hope you guys enjoyed the last using up your scraps that I did. I love that little frame. Oh my gosh, it is just so stinking cute. Well, I love doing shadow boxes anyway. I just really do enjoy those quite a bit. Okay, so we've got that done. This is our pocket here. We've still got this to do. We've got our insides to do, and I'm going to want to make sure that I can cover up these two pieces here. Then my sides. Okay, let's see. This, oh, thank goodness. I went, oh my gosh, I hope I didn't put it upside down, but I didn't. Okay, so I think, yeah, so this one goes with this one, but I thought it would be kind of neat to maybe right across here, put a little pocket in and have a tag. So I'm going to reinforce where I'm going to put the pocket, which is right about here. So I'm going to give this a cut. Let me, yeah, because I want it kind of right in between I would definitely want to have this fella, you know, not in the pocket. Okay, so I know where I'm going to put this. Let me go ahead and just draw a line. And we'll glue this down. This is just a piece of that brown basil 6x6 paper that I had. It's just a scrap. Okay, and I'm going to do the same to the other side while that dries because I don't want to cut through wet stuff. Okay, so there's that, and I want to put the pocket about the same spot. I do believe. All right, let me cut this down. And that way it's in the same spot. Pretty much. Let's put these together. And I'm just kind of putting it right in the center of this one because that's where I'll do my cutting. So I'm going to draw my line. Put some glue down. And it doesn't matter that these two aren't exactly the same size or anything like that. It's just to help reinforce the pocket. Okay. Housekeeping. Okay. So I'm going to put this off to the side. And I'll need my craft knife, ruler, and you know what? I think I'm going to use, instead of this big boy, I think I'm going to use my small 1/16 of an inch little buddy here. Okay, so I'm going to basically work on the pocket from the back side. Okay. Not bad. I suppose a better way of doing it would be to line this up and draw a line. This is about halfway, right about here. And just draw a little line. And if you're off, do it again. Okay. That way, if you're off evenly on both sides. Okay. Excuse me. So now I am going to cut into the bottom, from the bottom to the bottom of that little hole I made, which is a 1/16 hole. And then I'm going to go from the top to the top. Try and get them equal. Alright. And then this should just, and it's not, it should just pop right out. There we go. Okay. So now I have this little pocket. It's reinforced in the back instead of the front because I didn't want to hide any of my little pretties. However, I kind of like the whole idea of having a little decorative edge there. Huh. Well. Always think of it after the fact, right? You know, I don't think... Huh. Isn't that just the coolest thing? I think right below it. How about if I just do that right below it? Isn't that cute? These are from the paper. And I've got quite a few of them. So I am going to, this is the barcode. And I was hoping to find some spots that I could put this in. Right up to that edge. Isn't that cute? Love it. All right. Housekeeping. Okay, so that one will go there. Oh, my little dog is so unhappy, but I don't know why. Oh man, they're commiserating together. Sorry, guys. Yes, babies. Oh, good Lord. Just take your time doing this. Because I have cut all the way through, and that's not fun. When you cut through past your hole. All right, let's see how we did. Yay, that one came through with flying colors. All right. Where's another one of those dinosaur things? See, on here? So I've been cutting these out. So you get just little strips. And then I've been cutting that out to use. And I think they're adorable. So where's another one? I know I have quite a few in here, but heaven only knows where they actually are. There's my mess right now. Yes. Okay, so here's another one. Give it a little edge on it with I don't know if I really, guys, told you I was using frayed burlap as my stain. Now this one is a bit crookedy. So let me see if I can fix this a smidge. I am going to just cut off a smidge, and I guess I need to start in this direction. Well, there we go. I think let's see. How off am I? Yeah, a good bit. Good bit off. Dingleberry. That's me. Good old Dingleberry. All right, let's try this again. So it's not perfect, but I think my little dog has to go out now that he's done his Tarzan. All right. I think. Okay, guys, I'm going to fix this and take my dog out. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so I fixed that one. I went up and then covered part of it underneath. So it now looks nice and straight. Yay! Okay, I see I didn't ink those. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and glue these down, and I'll bring you back for the next part. Okay, guys, I did bring in a color of solid color cardstock that I found in my stash that I really liked with this paper, especially using these strips. which, as you know, are not a part of the paper line. This was another piece I had in my stash, but the color I think is really good. So anyway, I'm going to do a waterfall using these 3x3s. So yes, a small picture, but you know, not too bad. And I'm going to use these strips that I got from all of these strips on it as well. So I have created two 12 by 3 1/4, give or take a 1/16. So I wanted it to be exactly the same as this piece, okay? You could make it a little smaller if you'd like, if you'd want to make it the same as this piece, which I could go ahead and do, and then I would see this orange down both sides. I think usually if you make it the same size though, it's easier, okay? Because then you just have to match up both ends. You know it's straight, you know it's right. If you go inside, make this smaller than this, then you're going to have to make sure that every one of them lines up perfectly, which you are with the other ones, but there's a lot more eyeballing to it than if you just go from one end to the other and they match up perfectly. So you figure out which one you're going to want to do. I think if I were to cut about a 1/16 off of this, I would get a little bit of an edge, which I think I need. So I am going to cut both of these at the same time, and I'm going to take just a small section off of it because I want these all to be the same length. Let me make sure. Same width and same length. I mean, you know, the length we'll worry about in a minute. All right, that. There we go. All right, so these should fit with a little bit of the brown paper showing, and they do. And then this should fit on here with a little bit of the red showing on both sides. I mean, it's a tiny little bit, but it is there, and it will definitely pop. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to cut 4-inch strips. So I should get 3 out of each one of these, because 3 times 4 is 12. Woohoo! So let's get a 4-inch strip off of this. There's one. Well, I'm not gonna have you watch for all of it. I'll be right back. Okay, when I was cutting these, I wanted them to be all the same. So my idea was if I had the same amount of border around them, they would be the same size. But if you match up the actual picture image, I want you to see this. Can you see how this picture goes all the way up past the blue mark here? See that? So these pictures are not, they're on the same paper, but they are not the same size. So that can be very aggravating for a crafter. Very aggravating when you're, you know, trying to work with like 1/16 of an inch borders. What I did on these is I made it 3/8 of an inch for the for my hinge, which is going to be plenty. And then I'll have a monster, a dragon. I'll have a dragon on here with a little bit all the way around. And then I'm going to cut one of these strips so there'll be a little bit all the way around. And see, this is one of the smaller ones, so I'm you know, about a 1/16 of an inch off of it looking good. So I'm just going to have to maneuver them a little bit, but I just wanted to make you aware of that. I'm going to go ahead and build all of these, and then I'm going to put them on this. So when I'm going to put them on this, I will come back to you guys. Hey guys, sorry I started without you. So I have decided that I am going to flatten everything to this line, and I will have just a, I mean just a teeny tiny little orange line on this side. And I started with it fairly close to the bottom. 6 of them will fit on here very comfortably with a little bit of space on top, and I figured I could put a piece of ribbon or one of those little doodads that I'm going to get from the ephemera kit, so that I'm not really worried about. So once you get the first one set up, then the next ones just go right against. Make sure they're lining up properly and burnish down. I don't know why doing this way to me seems a little easier than going from the top down. Starting from the bottom up. I don't know why. And I do kind of let these get, you know, a little bit of dryness to them, because I am kind of jamming these things down, you know, against it. So if you don't give it a chance to dry, then you're going to have some issues with it slipping up underneath, and it won't stay straight. So there's just another little tip. All right, so let's get this lined up with the other one. Okay. There we go. Good, good, good. And then I'll figure out what closure I'm going to use. I might even make a cute pocket up above these. Just not sure. Lining up perfectly. Let that dry. Give it good burnishing. Get that glue all smooched around in there. And this is the last one. I'm sorry. I forgot I was I forgot I was still filming. Picking glue off my fingers and stuff. Okay, so I think I am going to wait until I get my ephemera, and I possibly use one of the tags or something as a little pocket up here. And then I can figure out my closures, and I'm gonna wait on scrap paper to do something with these. And I probably will put a little frame here maybe to cut that up a little bit. I don't know. But anyway, so we have this all the way across. And I did mean to tell you, I took out one of these strips, cut the strip length, which is about a 1/2 inch, and I'm going to put it right against this piece so that he has a more complete face, and then just one strip on both sides. So I think that's going to work better visually. Yeah, you'll be able to see a little bit of a line, but hopefully it will mend together well enough that it's not going to just pop out at you. So there is our inside. I think that's pretty sharp looking. And then I will do something here to close these, and I have some kind of little pocket up there. Now I just need to figure out these two. And then I might be ready, once I finish this page, then I will put this on. But I'm just going to probably make simple pockets, or you know, something to that effect. And then this side is the last side for me to figure out, and then the little this little piece here, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Other than that, everything's done. So I'm just going to cover these 3 pieces. And if I do anything exciting, I'll come back to you. But if it's just gluing down stuff, I'll show you in a minute what I figured out.